All right, hello. So, people were asking me to make a video about how I stay fit, without working out, like without going to the gym. I don't do any calisthenics. Like, I literally do not work out at all. I guess I could, lift up my shirt real quick to prove this, but you can just go on my Instagram at Seth the Prophet and check it out. Basically, whole concept is I made a little chart here. I don't know. I think you guys can see this. Okay, so the first one, it says belief, right? All right, so what that means. The first reason that anybody can do anything is just that they believe that they can do it. I know this seems ridiculous or simple, but the whole concept behind how I stay fit has quite a bit to do with belief. So, number one, I just believed that it was possible. And at some point, I used to work out a lot, but at some point, I was like, this is time consuming. I hate eating this much. Like, a lot of things about working out were just not for me. One being eating, of course, because if you know me, you know I do not eat a lot. So, but when I work out, I do have to eat a lot because to be able to accomplish other things, you need the energy from food if you're burning that many calories. So, second thing. So the first thing is belief. Second thing is body. So, second thing says body. Why I say body? Because everybody's body is different, right? So, I'm going to give you these little tips for me, but the reason I say for me is because everybody's going to be different. I think if you follow this pattern, though, you'll probably come to the same conclusion. You just need to figure it out. So, the one thing about body, everybody's body is different. We all have different body types, different body things, but one thing I do believe is that belief is stronger than your body, 100%. So I think that the mind, and you can go and look up studies about this or however you do and get your information. I think that your mind is 100% like basically the dictation of everything. So if I decide that I don't want to eat for a week, I cannot eat for a week. Like, if that makes any sense. And even like the standards on like how many days you can fast for and things like that. I think it's all. Let's use the mile example. I can't remember the guy's name, but there was a guy who broke the mile. Before that, nobody knew that, you could run a mile faster than 4 minutes or whatever. But then I believe in the next like week or month or year, like so many people broke the mile at under 4 minutes after that. So it's just like, it's all a belief concept really. But the body thing is super important because you have to understand like where your body stands. You have to figure out your body. I took probably like 3 or 4 years, and it doesn't have to take this long for people. You just need to do more research. I'm more of a feel guy, so I don't really like doing a lot of research before I feel something out completely, because I feel like people just put a lot of information out into the world, and there's so many experts and people telling you things, and a lot of those people are in weird positions, or they come out with scandals, or their credibility is just questioned in some way, shape, or form. So I just feel like, for me, feeling things out is more important than actually trusting the opinion of some expert, if that makes sense. And I know that's going to be different for everybody. So feeling out your body. Basically, for me, it's easier because I have a skill that's called introspection. A lot of stuff, when I talk about it, I won't always know, like, it's called introspection, but basically, I won't always know exactly the technical names for it sometimes because I feel a lot of things out. So I'm like really looking to see and understand things. So this skill, I knew about it, that I had it before I even knew what it was called, before I knew it was a thing. And then I went and looked it up, and then it got deeper because I think that's how understanding works. Once you like really truly understand something from maybe a technical standpoint and a feeling standpoint, then you can kind of really get the truth out of it, if that makes sense. So basically, feeling out your body, feeling out what is good for your diet, what makes you, bloated, what causes inflammation. Like, literally, the more you understand about what things affect you in what way, that the better you'll be able to regulate how your body looks, how you feel, your energy levels, etc., etc. Diet. So this is different than body. So this is understanding your body. Diet is once you start to understand like how your body works and what things make you feel a certain way, not just food, other things too, like even like sunlight and things like that, just understanding and processing how your body feels in reaction to other things is different than just paying attention to your food and your diet. When I say food and diet, I want you to pay attention to what foods give you energy and what foods take energy away. I think that's the simplest way to get to the point where you actually can start to regulate it. Because once you know what's giving you energy and what's taking energy, you pretty much can figure out your diet from there. I think that with diet, it also means that you need to be a little bit more consistent with your diet. So I would say pick similar foods. I think, so for me, personally, I will go a month eating the same thing. Right now, I'm eating spaghetti. And, like, I've been cooking up, like a bunch of vegetables. All the peppers. Green, yellow, orange, onions, garlic, like a bunch of stuff. And I'm throwing it in there. I'm not really eating meat right now, so not really eating too much meat. But I will eat meat, but basically, and I've been eating this for like, I probably had it for 10 days in a row at this point. And a lot of people aren't going to like that. So you can choose similar things. All of this stuff is possible. You just have to find the way it works for you. That's why the body stuff is I'm going to wait for these people to stop. 1 second. I'm sorry. Body. Alright, anyway. Alright, fasting. So, fasting. Basically with fasting, I do something called intermittent fasting. And a lot of people probably already know what this is. For me, I do it from the hours of, I do not eat until 3 p.m. So, and this does change occasionally. Like sometimes my sleep schedule changes and I have to adjust it slightly to get back to that 3 p.m. point. But basically, I don't eat until 3 p.m. and I will not eat after like, I try to make it like 11, but sometimes it's not 11, but I will never eat a meal after 11 o'clock. So basically, I'm only really digesting food for like 7-8 hours of a day out of the 24 whole hours in a day. And your digestive tract is so important to your health. Your gut health and your digestive tract is so, your health and your gut health are so tied together. Super important concepts. So basically, yeah, I think the biggest concept of it is going slow, taking your time and understanding, because I used to do, I didn't eat until an hour after I woke up. Then I did 2 hours. Then I wouldn't eat till 12 o'clock. Then I did 5 hours. And now I'm doing till 3 o'clock. And I wake up at 6 o'clock sometimes. So, like, literally, feel out what's good for you. Feel what works. And then it'll be, like, simple in that way, because you'll know what makes sense for you. You might only want to intermittently fast, like 8 hours of a day, and you'll eat for 14. But it just, understanding your body, regulating it, and it creates a certain discipline within yourself that everyone can have. There is no saying, I can't do this. There is no saying, like, I can't understand this. It's not, if you can't understand it, you just don't want to, if that makes sense. And again, it's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It took me probably 5 years to hone all this shit because there's no blueprint, but I'm giving you a blueprint. So realistically, it doesn't have to take that long. I can make changes now based on things in days because I understand the certain blueprints to make those changes, and there are ways. So basically, the last thing is exercise as a concept, right? So I do not lift weights. I don't do calisthenics. I don't do push-ups. I don't do any of that stuff. Not anymore. And why, right? Again, I told you in the beginning of the video, I'm not going to waste time talking about it again. But basically, with exercise, though, I do dance a lot, right? Like, and I'm not really like the best dancer on the whole planet, but I can dance a little bit. And dancing is part of like some of my like rituals and like some of my my routines and things like that, because it helps me like release a lot of stuff. And I really like music, obviously, so I find songs that I can kind of manifest to, and then I dance to them. And I like, sometimes it's a joke dancing, sometimes I'm dead serious, sometimes I'm intense. It just depends on the energy that's coming along. But that dancing is like pretty much a form of exercise. Walking is a form of exercise. Like, exercise does not have to be at the gym. Like, and that's why I was a personal trainer. I went and took the certification through NASM, and I just don't believe that you really need to go to a gym to be healthier. And I think that whole workout culture, working out, honestly, I think working out more than casually, like 2 or 3 days a week, is ridiculous, because there are no old bodybuilders. Like, there is no bodybuilder that's like 75 years old. There's fit dudes that run and keep up with themselves that are nice looking at 70 years old. There are no bodybuilders that live to like 70, 80 years old and they still bodybuilding. Like, it's just, it puts a strain on your body. It's not healthy. Like, it's like the body's not designed to decay and be destroyed. So if you're doing something to it that does that, well, then, Anyway, so, yeah, that's the concept. So basically, first step is belief. Second step is understanding your body. Third step is understanding your diet, what gives and takes energy. Third step is fasting and intermittent fasting in some capacity to where your body knows when it's going to receive food, period. And, for that step, I actually forgot to put in. So for that step, you should start to eat at the same times every day. It's very important. The same times every day if you eat, and that's very easy to do. If you eat at the same times every day, it really will help a lot. And the last step is exercise as a concept, not as a culture. All right. Thank you guys very much. It was great talking with you. I'll see you all later. Peace.